Hello, this is Fabricio speaking. Good morning, everybody. For this opportunity, I'm gonna try to explain more about this interesting topic about first language acquisition. Maybe when we think about the first language acquisition, we are thinking how to learn as a child to speak and pronounce different words and to express different ideas. Maybe as a little baby, it's difficult to understand 100% what a baby is trying to say to adult, but this is a interesting process how children are acquired the language. Specific, it doesn't matter if it could be English, could be Spanish, it could be another language. There is a process that in this process I'm gonna try to explain. When we talk about the first language acquisition is the process that had some basic requirements during the first 2 or 3 years of development. A child requires interaction with other language users in order to bring the general language capacity into contact with a particular language such as English. I mean, for this definition about the first language acquisition, this mentioned that this about from or this period start from 0 to 3 years old, and this is a process when babies try to express their ideas and they try to get that capacity to express ideas about the language. In this case, it's about English, but could be happen in general for the rest of the language. Let's go to the next slide. In the next slide, this is about the category of the first language acquisition. The first language acquisition is a universal process regardless of home language. Babies listen to the sounds around them, begin to imitate them, and eventually start producing words. In this first language acquisition, babies try to imitate all the sound that they can hear around them, and they try to express their feelings about imitating this kind of song. For example, if they feel hungry, they're gonna try to cry, and mommy can understand what happened with the baby. This is about the first language acquisition. And what about the second language acquisition? This is the next category. In this state, this is assumes knowledge in the first language and encompasses the process an individual go through as he or she learns the elements of a new language, such as vocabulary, phonological components, grammatical structures, and writing system. This is about more complex way to learn a different language because this is a composition of vocabulary, phonological components, and grammatical structures. And obviously, there is a writing system that we follow to, as in English, to grammar rule to improve our skills about this language. The next slide is about the input process. When we talk about the input process, can be defined as all of the things that you will listen to, watch, or read in our target language. I mean, could be specifically English, could be specifically Spanish, but is the it's like the first contact that you have about the language because input is like to little enter to the language. And about this first language acquisition, we had the first stage. This is about coin. A coin, this is the early use of speech like sound has been described as coin during the first few months. This is this famous expression from baby that's a ba, a ku, and something like that. But this is during the first few months of life. The child gradually becomes capable of producing sequences of vowel-like sound, particularly high vowels similar to I and U. By 4 months of age, the developing ability to bring the back of the tongue into regular contact with the back of the palate allows the infant to create sound similar to the vowel consonant ki and gi. And hence the common description as cooing or for gooing for this type of production. This is about cooing. This is in general start of the for the first or 4 month of age of life about babies. The next stage is about babbling. Babbling is between 6 and 8 months. The child is starting at and producing a number of different vowels and consonants, as well as combinations such as ba 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 and ga ga ga. This type of sound production is described as a babbling. The baby has the capacity to produce this kind of sound, ba ba ba, and maybe sometimes a mom they or she'd suppose the baby is trying to say something when produce this kind of sound like a ba 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 or ga ga ga. What about the next stage? The next stage is more complex in this part is the one word stage. And in this stage is in which children speak mainly in single words. For example, during the one word stage, a child isn't yet able to say, I want milk, but they have the capacity to say milk. And this stage occurs from about age 1 or 2 years old. This is really interesting because they don't have the capacity to express that a long sentence, but at the same time they express one word and they can understand. Another stage is the two-word stage. This is the developmental period between approximately 18 months and 24 months of age, during which children use two words at the time when they're speaking. Example of that of this stage is dad bomb, mama cap, and different words. But there are a combination about two words and they try to express their ideas or what they're trying to say about their feelings, and they have the capacity to express two words. And the next stage is about telegraphy the speech. About telegraphy the speech, this is characterized by short simple sentences made up primarily of content words. This is a non-function words, tense ending on verbs, and plural ending on nouns. For example, this shoe wet. This is an example of telegraphic speech. And the next stage is about preschool state. And preschoolers can tell simple histories, but, but put words to emotion and use words as a part of their play with others. As you can see in this picture, there are some different children inside the classroom with a teacher. This is a good example of this could be a kindergarten. Preschooler might still make grammatical mistakes. Preschooler can understand slightly complicated instruction and explanation. They have the opportunity to express their idea with their parents inside the classroom. Obviously, they have a teacher that they can teach how to pronounce different words because this is a long process. Remember, is start from zero from until 3 or 4, could be until 5 years old. This is for kindergarten school children's. And about that summary of this first language acquisition, we have at all these states. We have the first stage is about crying. This is about 0 and 2 months. Maybe at this time the baby has the capacity just to cry and to express different expressions. Secondly, we have a coin. This is a start about 3 and 5 months. The next stage is about bubbling. This is start about 6 and 8 months. We have one word stage, two words stage, and preschool stage. This is all about the first language acquisition. Just thank you for your attention, and that's it. Take care.